It is 5:02 this morning, continuing coverage of a deadly attack in New Orleans just hours after the start of the new year.
And David, happened early yesterday morning when the suspect drove into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street. So let's get you up to date on what we know so far. At least 15 people are dead and more than 24 others are injured. The suspect has been identified as 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, who died following a gunfight with police. The attack is now being investigated as an act of terrorism. NBC's Chris Ballone has more from Washington, including another possible terror attack right outside a Trump hotel.
Good evening.
President Biden extending the nation's condolences to people in New Orleans after the New Year's Day French Quarter truck attack, which left at least 15 people dead.
To all the families of those who were killed, to all those who were injured, to all the people of New Orleans who are grieving today, I want you to know I grieve with you. Our nation grieves with you.
The FBI says the attack is being investigated as an act of terror.
The subject has been identified as 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas.
Jabbar, a veteran of the Army and Army Reserves, died in a shootout with police. Agents searched a home in Houston believed to be connected to Jabbar. They want to know how he became radicalized and whether he had help.
The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill, The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack.
Hours later in Las Vegas, the driver of a Tesla Cybertruck rented through the same app as the Ford truck used in New Orleans detonated explosives in the truck while parked outside the Trump International Hotel. The driver died in the explosion and fire, and a few bystanders were hurt. Investigators don't yet know the motive.
I know everybody's interested in that word and trying to see if we can say, hey, this is a terrorist attack. That is our goal, and that's what we're trying to do. We have a ton of resources dedicated to this right now, and again, we're doing it with our partners.
Coordinated or coincidences? The hunt is on to find out. While federal investigators say they don't believe Jabbar acted alone, there is no manhunt underway right now for any specific accomplices. The FBI has set up a tip line for people to call in information which might help in their investigation. In Washington, Chris Ballone, NBC News.
And we will have continuing coverage for you throughout the morning, including NBC's Jay Gray, who is live in New Orleans this morning. That report will come up at 5:30.
Meantime, the Sugar Bowl has been postponed until today. The game between Georgia and Notre Dame was set to take place in New Orleans last night at the Caesars Superdome, but was pushed back following the attack. The University of Georgia student was critically injured in the attack. Officials say extra security measures will be in place for the game. Kickoff is set for 4 p.m.